Ice Cavern. Now this is a very bizarre level to have in a realm based around desert. A level pertaining ice. I think that this level, I mean there's no space left, but this level would have been a bit more well put in the Magic Crafters world. Or perhaps even the Dreamweavers. I mean it'd have to be a bit more difficult of course, but it just doesn't match the theme of desert. I mean I'm not sure, but there may be ice scissors. Okay, we're going to be doing most of this level backwards, and it's because we're going to use a nice little secret we know about to glide around here to the end of the level. And we get rewarded with 3 1-ups for just knowing this little trick. It's another thing where you'd spend your childhood, just like the dragon on Dry Canyon, you'd be sat here wondering how the hell you get those 3 lives. And it's only by knowing the geography of this level that you can figure out that the start is up there, and therefore it is glidable. And look, another life here. So we've been spoilt with lives. Okay, new enemy. This one's a big purple ice snork, similar to the clubbed guys except without a club. He seems to have like what appears to be a Russian fashioned hat, and he'll try and clobber us if we get too close. So we're going to have to try and do our best to evade, which we didn't do there. But at least she got to through his attack motion, so it's a win-win. So we're at the end of the level already, but of course that's because we cheated somewhat.
Thank you for releasing me.
You're welcome. Did we miss anything in here, or is this everything? No, just the Russian guys. Oh look, a ledge up there, which means that there may be a loop somewhere. This is another new enemy, similar to the one we saw in Dry Canyon, except he launches snow instead of a cannonball. He's a snow standard orc, but no threat really. He's a bit faster than your standard enemy as well, I'll give him that. But aside from that, no threat. Come on. One of the most difficult parts of this level is just doing the step in here. And this will bring us on a perfect loop. Yet another new enemy that we have not met yet. This is a giant metal enemy that is much too large to charge. Well, much too large to kill by charging, and obviously he's wearing metal armor, which tells us he cannot be flamed. So how do we kill him? Well, apparently wearing that armor on this ice makes him slippy and vulnerable to falling over. Another new enemy there, and as you've just seen, the bats are the fodder in this. They're a bit of a nuisance as well. They seem to get in the way a bit. Another new enemy though, a skater snowball thrower. We'll have to charge a bit quicker to catch up with this enemy, who is adept in traversing snowy regions. Oh come on, that should have been a connect. Oh, that it nearly blindsided me. Okay, a funny trick you can do with these enemies, since they're supposed to be charged off the edge, they're not actually designed that way. They're actually designed to die when they get a certain distance away from their starting location, which means that you can push them amusingly away from the edge and they'll still act as though they fell off. No thank you, not today. I won't have a snowball sandwich. Huh, trying to throw a snowball from there, mate. Gotta have a better thrown arm on you. Another trick of Insomniac's was to hide gems up on these lanterns, and you might ask yourself how to get them down. It requires charging into them without charging past them, and you're rewarded with the gems that are rested neatly on top. Same over this side. Which reminds me, I must actually go back and check that I got all the lamps from the first room I was in. Getting fodder on this will be a bit difficult without flame, since the bats can fly and they don't commonly come down to Spyro's level. They do occasionally, but it's not a regular occurrence. Oh. I wanted to try and get up here to try and avoid going in. Oh, it's okay, I can make it. I wanted to try and avoid getting anywhere near that guy. Oh, come on, yes, there we go. We're replenished. Oh, we was replenished. off the edge with you. Can I get another bat? The one that was... He's up there. Yeah. That was a well-timed charge. Usually those end up just going right through them with no collision at all. I guess that the reason why the bats actually come towards you occasionally is that you need to be able to hit them.
Done well, Spyro. Some dragons thought you weren't ready, but I knew they were wrong.
I'm ready, all right. Ready for what?
There once was a dragon named Ragnar the Red. He flew in from old Rorikstead. Fusroda! I very nearly went to tap Flame then to go along with the Fusroda, but then I remembered something isn't right by doing that. Okay, so we've done the first half, well, the latter half of the level legitimately. We need to now backtrack all the way back up there. You can see the lighted windows to get what else is remaining in this level. Yeah, before I spied these two crates over here. Oh gosh, my pins and needles have returned. Perhaps I just need to pick a better sitting position. Oh, looky here, glistening over off to the left hand side, we see a key and some treasure. Now, how can we glide up there? Might have something to do with that raised ledge up there. You live for now, Nork, while I cannot flame.
Thank you for releasing me.
It has just occurred to me that I could work out how useful flame is compared to charging by working out what's left after I finish this run, but where's the fun in that? I'll try it both ways regardless. I want to keep away from that guy while getting our lovely gems. And plenty of snowball throws here. We're doing this backwards, so the dragons might tell us a few things that we don't need to know. Oh yeah, that dragon was just a thank you for releasing me. Oh gosh, that was oh, I don't even know what to call that. We all make mistakes, eh, Spyro? Although that's probably just cost me my invite to Spyro the Dragon Pros. So, can't afford any more of those kind of deaths. Well, I can, I've got plenty of lives, but it doesn't look good, does it? How are we doing for this level? 241 out of 400, that's pretty good progress. And some very awkwardly placed 1 gems. These, when you're little, are usually the gems that are missing, the ones on the lanterns. Hodor!
Spyro, some big Norks up ahead are wearing armor. And in the ice cave, armor can make their feet very slippery.
Thanks for the heads up, Hodor. Hodor! Alright, oh! Nearly missed that gem. I would never have been none the wiser, to be honest. Right. This is where we need to retrack again. You see, because we need to oh, my head. We need to get that key that we saw on that ledge earlier. But it's all the way back where we've already completed, which means we'll be backtracking and retracking again, because we need to get the key obviously before we can open the chest, which means we've got to go down here. I mean, arguably I wouldn't have needed those lives that I picked up, so we could have done this level legitimately, really, as lives, collecting lives don't really count towards 100%ing, or any kind of percentage really. They don't really contribute at all. Whoa! The hell? That was very bizarre. But at least we still got to keep our key, hey? Oh, hang on. It's my phone. Hello? I'm kicked out of the Spyro Pro Club. Oh, come on, there's no way I could have prevented that death. He hit me in midair. Screw you then, buddy. Well, that's it. I'm at the Spyro Pro Club because of that death. I mean, it was pretty bad, I am not going to lie. We pride ourselves on not dying very much. And it turns out, I'm not living up to that right now. Right. Let's go over here, and now we can open the locks that we've been trying to open. Just skip that cutscene because we're probably tired of watching a key go into a lock now. We get the gist. Right, this is going to result in most certainly a hit. I mean, I tried to avoid it, but it's the only way we could get to those gems that were stacked behind him. I love how he threw the snowball up to where I jumped to. Never knew they could do that. I thought they could only throw them on a single plane. And we've nearly got all of the gems on this level. It's a shame. There are actually 400 gems on this level. Ulrich Stormcloak.
A word of caution, little one. Wait until you grow big. Before charging those large enemies.
But the other dragon told me to charge the big ones wearing armour. But only in the ice caves, remember that. Oh, nearly walked right. What? See, that was bullshit right there, and no one can deny that. The fact that I was not only far away from him, but I was retracting away from his attack. And I think that regards everything we can get in Ice Cavern. So let's exit this level now and see how we're doing for gems. Ice Cavern is completed, and we're back into the Peacekeeper's homeworld, ready to face the one level left. Well, there are 2 levels left, but the one level left that is the standard level of the Peacekeeper's world. The one, the only, Dr. Shemp. This doctor won't be dishing out any pills, I can assure you of that. He will be dishing out a side helping of pain though. Now, this boss, like Toasty, is guarded by an array of minions before we have earned the right to face him. We agreed with a new enemy, the Kamikaze mini-Shemps, or Shemplings as I sometimes call them, who just run towards Spyro until they are past him, and then they just run straight off a cliff instead. They are also spurred on by the giant red ladies that we may recognise from Clifftown. Weirdly similar to Shemp himself in appearance, as you will see when we meet the dastardly villain. Through the hot gates. Our biggest challenge, 3 in a row, Kamikaze guys. Dodged 1. Not sure why I bothered trying to tank 2 of those guys, to be honest. So now we've got to fight Shemp Sparksless because there are no fodder on this level. This is the only secret really of Dr. Shemp's level. Round the back here, behind the tower, there's a whirlwind hidden. It'll take us up to the top of the tower, where we can glide out over the chasm to the left. Just picked up as many gems as you get for beating Toasty right there. On this one standalone pillar is a rare purple gem, and look out for another one because it won't be the only purple gem we encounter on this mission. We also land here on this stump and get 2 green gems and a key. The only dragon of the level will serve as our checkpoint, so if we do die to Shemp, it's not the end of the world. I know, to show you Shemp, the coolest villain on this game. Shemp is one of the more difficult bosses in that he actually attempts to attack you, and he attacks you in 3 separate phases. Number 1 is, as you've just seen, he tries to whack Spyro with his shaman staff. but it's very easily dodgeable since he tracks where Spyro is at a particular moment but doesn't adjust where he travels to. Second attack is a spin around attack, making it very easy to flame him from behind. His final attack can be a bit tricky in that he does a low sweep, so we have to time the jump and get a flame in. Usually he tanks the flame first time for some reason, but we managed to get in without issue. Allowing us to go across the bridge now and get the spoils of war, which we cannot get completely due to not being able to charge. We've come around in a purple loop, we can get this 5, and we can open the treasure trove of 25 gems, the second purple I spoke of. We can't get any of those chests either, unfortunately, but we can get the final Shemp lady. And we can finish the level. Very easy level. Shemp himself, as I said, he's probably the second hardest boss we'll face, and this may be the only level where we get 2 purple gems.